Books versus movies is an age-old debate. They're the two main ways of portraying literature, but which one is preferred? I asked 100 random people that if I offered them a chance to watch a random movie or read a random book, which one would they choose? An amazing 82% said that they preferred the movie. This currently points to a clear victory in the movie's favor. But strangely, once I asked these people why they chose the random movie, they could not give me a straight answer. There were vague thoughts about how much of a spectacle movies are, but that's about it. That got me wondering why. Why would people prefer a random movie? To be clear, I will not be talking about individual movies or books or if a book or movie adaptation of the same story is better, nor do other details about specific movies matter, like budgets. This is an explanation of how movies have become more enjoyable to watch than books are to read. People's stories, but actually seeing them play out. That was an entirely new concept. Therefore, it was a spectacle worth watching, no matter how bad the movie might be. The concept of the movie was just too strong. Even if it looked as bad as this. This, though, has led people to make movies that are less concerned about offering stories and more about the visuals, therefore ignoring the story. After all, making a good story would take more effort and time, and why do that if people would still like your movies regardless? Therefore, visuals took center stage. There are colors, sounds, action, fantastical situations, and all the like. These are used to engage your five senses as much as appropriately possible. Sight, smell, touch, taste, and feel. This is because engaging these senses as much as possible means that they will be driven into overdrive, which in turn causes you to be naturally engaged more. Yes, this is the case. It's been confirmed by studies. This versus this. Which is more interesting? Exactly. Ultimately, most people come to theaters being engaged and interested in the movie. To an extent, they get that, if not necessarily through the story. It's a tactic used by more than just movie producers. Ads, for example, scream loud colors at us as well to catch our attention. In this day and age, it's normal for colors to be all around us. That's why it's so jarring for most people when books don't have any. But books have more than you think. Or might think.
About books. What exactly makes them unique?
So when you read them, you're just, yeah, that's the line. Or, oh wow, I totally understand what that emotion is like. So things that make them a little unique. I also think there needs to be enough believability in the story, although I definitely am a fan of, more magical stories and things like that, but it needs to feel natural a lot of times in how it unfolds. And personally, I really appreciate a satisfying ending, whether it's exactly what you wanted or the opposite and it leaves you kind of in agony, but at least it feels purposeful.
Book's main strong point is that you can get into the head of the characters. It is a quality that movies find hard to replicate because movies have visual presentations. Story progresses through actions and words spoken by the characters, instead of words on a page. But thoughts aren't included because it would seem clunky to have characters speak their thoughts all the time. As books tell their story through writing and not actions, thoughts can be relayed as easily as speech. Therefore, it is easier to, as stated before, get into the head of the characters. You can know what they're thinking, why they do what they do, and it makes them more relatable. In turn, this makes these characters more complex and can provide more engaging characters in conflicts and stories. As both books and movies generally focus on their characters, having good characters is crucial, and books hold the advantage to making better characters, and I don't know how many times I said characters in that sentence. But crucially, books aren't as easy to pick up and experience as movies are. Books normally don't have much color. Books have small print. Lines and lines of words simply seem less interesting to the general audience. Therefore, most of a book's magic can get lost.
Now, what stylistic choices do you expect from movies?
I expect more sensory engagement, I guess. Like, I need music and, faster camera angle changes, and I feel like a book or a movie needs to have more to engage me, whereas a book, I guess I'm willing to sit with it because you kind of have to imagine it on your own.
But good movies can also tell profound and complex stories. Movies still can't get into the minds of the characters as much, but storytelling in movies has evolved. The first reason for this change is that people nowadays care less and less about the animation and presentation of the movies as previously, when it was still a fresh and new concept. Now we've had over 100 years of movies. The medium has become less and less overwhelming, as all things get over time. New art styles and animation can still draw in people. The successful switch to CGI animation in recent years has proven that. CGI stands for computer-generated imagery. It's primarily used in live-action movies being movies in which all real actors star. CGI allows for fantastical elements to be added to cartoons shot in real settings, as there are details provided by computers. It can lead to some great results, with the right execution leading to beautifully integrating things that could simply not happen in real life nowadays, with a story with real, breathing humans. Okay, there we go. Jurassic Park was the first live-action movie to use CGI, and with great effect. And the CGI has just been improving year on year on year, and will only get better. In fact, the promise of entertaining and fresh animation could tempt people to watch a movie. But not everything ends up looking good. And crucially, it does not make up for a lack of a story anymore to the movie. But they won't necessarily enjoy it because of the visuals anymore. In this day and age, we're used to looking at screen. Therefore, more time has been spent developing stories, with the visuals playing just a supporting role now. Furthermore, new ways of communicating the character's deepest thoughts and desires have been created. One of the only times in real life where anyone can definitely pour out their emotions by talking is in therapeutic sessions or talks with family and friends. Movies use these kinds of situations to exposit information about the character naturally while adding a slight undercurrent of emotion. This adds the storytelling appeal to movies that has previously not existed as much. In conclusion, movies have kept a decent chunk of its original appeal of creative visuals and application and added what is the best about movies, good storytelling. While books still have their own magic, movies have just evolved too much in recent years and have eclipsed books in the primary form of portraying literature.